What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, people of Earth? Von Joseph here. It's good to see you. Hopefully it's good to see me. Been super lazy, away, busy, sick, COVID, all that great stuff out of the country. But I'm back for a little bit of news for your consumption. Thanks for following us, you guys. I'm really going to do a lot better with social media. No choice. So follow us at V3TV UK pretty much everywhere, I think. We even have the website is V3TV UK, as it says on the desk. Instagram. What's the other one? Twitter, V3TV UK. So let's just get right into it. As you know, I drink coffee, like many of us do. And I read you some news along the way. Fun stuff, and give you a little bit of history and try and give you a little bit of education before I get you on with your day. I don't have a sponsor today. MailChimp. Should we do the MailChimp stuff now? Let's just do it now. Let's do it live. We're doing it live.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Let's do it live. Go get your MailChimp. That's what you need to do. I'm just kidding. That was an audition that I needed to do, so I just did that. Just to get it out of the way. National Calendar Day. On this day in history, Britannica, Onion, and Weird News. Who News? Let's go. All right, what's up? We're back. We never really went anywhere. I just had to take a sip of coffee and put in that cut. Von Joseph Show does Who News. It is October 1st, 2022. The last quarter of the year. I can't believe it is October. It's National Hair Day. I don't have any hair. Is that today or is that yesterday? National Pumpkin Spice Day, of course. National Black Dog Day. Is that black dog like you've got a Labrador, or is that like Led Zeppelin Day? Oh, it's National, like, literal Black Dog Day. Well, they deserve a dog. Why did they? All right. Moving on. National Fire Pup Day. It's a lot of dog days. National Hair Day. National Homemade Cookies Day. I was really craving chocolate chip cookies yesterday, or maybe the day before. I think it was probably the COVID. And I put out a feeler out there, and I'm like, hey, who's got cookies for me? I didn't really do that because you guys didn't respond. Nobody loves me enough to make me cookies. They would have been laced with arsenic. National Green City Day. So don't turn on your air conditioning. Don't use your gas boiler if you live in California. Crazy. We're not going to get into tomorrow's National Calendar Days. You can find those on your own time. On this day in history, October 1st, the People's Republic of China was established, 1949 in Beijing, with the most of the Chinese mainland held by the Communist People's Liberation Army. Its dynamic leader, Mao Zedong, proclaimed the establishment of the People's Republic of China on this day, 1949. Jimmy Carter was born on this day in 1924. He is 97 years old. His birthday is today. He was a president of the United States way back in the 70s when there was a fuel crisis, kind of like right now. Who else was born today? Julie Andrews was born, British actress and singer, 1935 is The Sound of Music, right? Irish actor Richard Harris, 1930. No idea who that is. A lot of actors today. Indian actor Sivaj. Oh, I really don't like when I mess people's names up. Sivaji Ganesan. 1928. More events on this day. What else has happened? That guy killed 58 people in Vegas on this day from his hotel room. So I'm not even going to say his name. Doesn't matter what his name is. Tom Clancy died on this day at age 66. A little interesting note. I worked on the last, I don't know if it was the last, but it was Jack Ryan, the film. That was my first voiceover. Well, it wasn't my first voiceover credit in the UK, but it was my first voiceover job. I didn't get credit for it. And with Chris Pine. I seem to have a real bad history with Chris Pine films. I went all the way to Romania twice and worked on a film in a scene with him directly, just the two of us. 2 different occasions. No credit. Scenes deleted. I don't think Chris Pine likes me very much. On this day in 1982, Congress established the U.S. Claims Court, now the U.S. Court of Federal Claims, to handle cases in which the United States is a defendant. That means you can go after them. 1975, it was regarded by many as the greatest prize fight of all time, the Thrilla in Manila. Muhammad Ali defeated Joe Frazier after the latter's corner called a halt to the bout after 14 brutal rounds. 1971, the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, that features attractions based on stories and characters by the Disney Company, opened today. And Johnny Carson started hosting The Tonight Show on this day, 1962. Wow, that was 11 years before I was even a twinkle in the eye between 2 people at an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert, baby. That's crazy. So don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, all that stuff that people always tell you, notification bells and all that crap. This will be going up on, we're putting them on the YouTube-y-doob-doobs now, but we're also going to be putting them up on Rumble. So I'm going to be moving all the shows to Rumble, and I'm going to start using, I forget what the other site is called. It doesn't matter right now. So just follow us. Let's get on with some news. I still got a bit of a COVID throat, so bear with me. So we're at the Onion website, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Onion. If you don't know the Onion, it's not quite a Funyun, but it is a fun time. Biden issues urgent warning for Americans to decide what to be for Halloween now. What camera are we on? That one now? I don't even care. It's the Onion. Brett Favre makes amends. No Brett Favre. Wealthy Florida residents without power forced to use emergency hand crank margarita machines. Oh, I miss doing this show so much, you guys. I need to find a good one. Can I get a good one? Is there something good? Must be planted to. Oh gosh, come on. Fetterman. Wow, this John Fetterman guy. If you don't know who John Fetterman is, I don't even have the time to go into who this guy is. A lot of this stuff's just gonna get edited out. All right, let's just get to the top of the page. Onlookers scream as Pitbull clamps down on child's hoagie. This music's killing me right now. Is there nothing better than this? There we go. That's better. Hopefully we're not battling this music for level. It sounds all right in my headphones, but you know we had some issues a few episodes back. We'll bring this down because that seems a little loud to me, but who the heck knows until we get it in post and then decide if our show's been ruined or not. Medic performing CPR on dead guy puts on whole show for family watching. Now, let's go to... Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. We found it. We've found it. Officer claims he cracked open man's skull to check for drugs. Knoxville, Tennessee, where else could it possibly be? Insisting he had probable cause to search the 19-year-old's brain case, police officer Patrick O'Shea explained to his precinct captain Friday that he had cracked open the skull of local man Dante Singleton to check for drugs. Singleton is a black name, isn't it? Oh. quote, given the suspicious appearance of the head in question, I had no choice but to smash in the man's cranium to determine whether he was in possession of illegal substances, end quote. America, said O'Shea, who as a dozen police cruisers, or all right, let me stop right there. You guys know why I do this podcast, right? This is why right here, because I need to practice on my reading sometimes. So yeah, the crack open for check for possession of illegal substances, said O'Shea, who, as a dozen police cruisers arrived on the scene as backup, went on to state that he was forced to break apart the teenager's head because the suspect had refused to let him check the skull voluntarily. Quote, I had every reason to believe he could be smuggling several kilos of cocaine or marijuana in there. Do you know how many kilos of marijuana, how big that would be? And I know this is a stupid website, so it's just funny, but it's just stupid. It's also possible there are several tons of narcotics concealed within the man's rib cage. Tons. And if everyone would please stand back, I would like to pry that apart too, end quote. At press time, O'Shea was seen planting a joint in between the folds of the suspect's brain. Oh, this website is just too damn funny. What else you got for me today, Onion? Let me get one more story from you guys. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Wealthy Florida that's the margarita machine one. CNN chief nihilist correspondent gives perspective on why none of this matters. What's in no, we're not reading that. Kamala Harris briefly ponders stepping across DMZ to whatever fate awaits her. I don't think she wants to do that. Dolphins under scrutiny after Tua. This is the guy's name that I can't pronounce. Tua I can't read that name. I'm sorry. It could have been funny. McDonald's to start offering Happy Meals for adults. That's what I'm talking about. Now, you know I'm reading that one. I see. Here's the thing. Why should happiness only be relegated to children? Am I right or am I right? Kids are happy anyway most of the time. As long as you're taking them to McDonald's, it's a happy meal regardless. Now you're putting in this little Ronald McDonald box. I asked my friend, this is actually kind of funny now that I think about it. I was home last week before last, whatever. This is where I probably contracted this COVID thing that I probably shouldn't be saying. And I was talking to my friend's daughter. I think she's like 10 years old, and she might be older than that now. She's about 10. So I said, hey, do you want anything? I'm going out. She's like, no. I'm like, you don't want, this, that, or the third. I'm like, how about some McDonald's or something? I asked her, but she didn't know who Ronald McDonald was. She's like, who's that? I'm like, he's the clown from McDonald's. She's like, that guy's creepy. I was like, I love this kid. Oh, that was so funny. So, no to McDonald's. Ronald McDonald, anyway. McDonald's has announced it will be offering a new boxed meal for adults that will include a Big Mac or 10-piece McNuggets, drink fries, and a collectible McDonald's character figurine made in partnership with the streetwear brand Cactus Plant Flea Market. What do you think? I think that's great. Yes, please. The Onion. This website is the best. All right, moving on. Weird news time. Weird news. There it is, right there over my stupid head. My elderly neighbor tried to get my package sent back until I caught her in the act. Now, these stories are real, whereas the Onion stories, they're not real, guys. So, A disgruntled man managed to catch the delivery driver and his elderly neighbor just in time, but this isn't the first run-in he's had with the woman, as she also insisted that she wanted to use some of the space in his private garage. Old people crack me up. Why is that so loud? It's not. It feels like that music's really loud. Our home should be our sanctuary where we let go of all our stresses of the day and unwind in our own space. However, sometimes we get lumped with difficult neighbors who can cause serious tensions, whether it's over petty arguments over a bush that needs trimming or angry spats about parking spots. One man has been left taken aback after catching his elderly neighbor trying to divert his post back to the delivery depot, and revealed that it's not the first time he's had a run-in with the woman. Wow. Taking to Reddit, as you do, to share his woes, the resident named Jonathan explained, "Today a package was scheduled to be delivered to my apartment and all right, we need to brighten this. This COVID is making me a little blind too, so I apologize. And yes, my voice can get very deep, but it's not going to attract the listeners if I talk like this about the news, so I have to bring it up a few octaves. As one sound engineer said, stop sounding like a bitch and talk like this, please. Your voice is too high." She actually said that to me. People were taken aback. They were like, did she just say that? I'm not offended. I'm bothered. I know who she is and how she works. I get it. People were like, we're not working with her anymore. Anyway, back to it. I'm getting ready for work when I hear the sounds of the truck pull up and stop in front of my apartment, not wanting to be that guy that opens the door as the driver approaches. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to wait for him to ring the bell. If I wait for him to ring the bell, I don't want to seem too eager. Because if I seem too eager to obtain my new coffee tumbler or whatever the hell he bought, I'll be considered that guy. You're already that guy, dude. So just open the door. Especially if you got a neighbor that's snatching your stuff and sending it back or whatever. Anyway, not wanting to be that guy that opens the door as the driver approaches, I just wait sitting at my computer desk. I hear some people talking, so I look at the window to see my neighbor talking to the DHL driver. That's a delivery company. I don't know if we have those in the U.S., guys, if you're listening in the States. I love you. Thinking maybe he already dropped my package off, I go open my front door, but there's no package. The driver is still there talking to her, and I'm outside now, so I figure I'll walk out and just grab it from him. I walk towards them, and when he makes eye contact with me, I ask if he has a package for Jonathan. He says yes, and the woman goes, "Oh, I thought you said 468, not 466. Then she balls her fist and raises it into her chin in a why I oughta manner. Damn, she wants to smoke. Baffled by the interaction, the man added, it was a bit of an odd situation because this man was just trying to do his job and she intercepted him, then tried to tell him he had to go the other way when he clearly did not." I don't know what that means. She was trying to turn him into a different sexuality. Go what other way what? As the story unfolded, Jonathan recounted another instance. Who cares? She offered to pay for, I don't care. So he's got a crummy neighbor. You know, you heard the guy coming. That's your own fault, bro. You know, if you got a problematic neighbor, if your neighbor is problematic, okay, I had this similar situation. Right here, actually. My old mixer, right, requires this thing called a FET head. It's like a cloud lifter, but it's smaller. So you plug this into your mixer, you plug this into the microphone, bow, and then it plugs into the cable, and it makes the sound louder, right? Because these mixers, sometimes the sound comes down. So it makes the sound quality louder, makes it better. So I bought that. It's a tiny little thing. They put it in the wrong mailbox. That lady's mailbox. The wrong mailbox. And then it said delivered. I was like, oh, jeez, I can't believe I got to go over to this woman's house to get this package. So I figured I'll wait. She'll bring it over tomorrow. It's just she'll throw it in my mailbox or whatever, right? Hell no. She never brought it. Days turned into weeks. That stuff never came. I even had a different package show up at my house weeks later. Same delivery company. Hey, can you go next door? He was like, nah, bruh, I'm not doing that. So I was like, all right. Finally, I went over there and I got it. It's sitting right there. All she had to do was bring it over. I see her, you know. She definitely sees me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to circumvent these crazy neighbors. Primark fans spot amazing 6-pound Ugg boot dupes and rave about how comfy they are. Okay, that's great. My mom is dating a man I had a fling with. She has no idea, and I'm uncomfortable. This is great when the stories I don't have to search far for stuff to talk about. This is the one. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine your mom dating your ex-boyfriend or your dad dating your ex-girlfriend? And they had no idea? But hold on a second. Okay, let's just read this because I'm drawing conclusions that I don't even know that they're not going to tell us about. Now, let's move on. Many of us have rules within our friends group that state we would never date someone that one of our friends has been romantically involved with in the past. But what would you do if you found out your own mom was in a relationship with a bloke you'd once had a casual sex with? Oh, so she was just smashing this guy. This guy's getting her back for real. That's the unfortunate position one woman claims to have found herself in after her mom introduced her to her new boyfriend. And she was left horrified when she realized who the man was. The 23-year-old woman, 23, okay. When you see me take a sip of coffee, that means I need a minute. This story is it's juicy, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been in COVID for the last week, so just the smallest thing just intrigues me. After her mom introduced her to a new boyfriend, she was left horrified when she realized who the man was. The 23-year-old woman says she slept with the 49-year-old man a few times last year, and her mom has no idea. Okay, he's 49. So, I'm 49. Wait a minute. We getting 23-year-old girls, women, young? What does this guy look like? What does this woman look like? Because I'm on dating apps, right? I don't have a partner. You know, I was seeing someone and that's done. I'm single, so I'm looking, right? I'm seeing what's up. I personally have zero interest in anybody 23? I don't have any interest in anybody that's 23 years old. Outside of anything sexual, what could you possibly have in common with somebody that's 23? Very, very little, right? Very little. So, where's the dad in this story? It's kind of like when you watch Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, which I no longer do anymore either for various reasons that I won't go into on this podcast. Trigger. But you don't mess around with a 49-year-old man when you're 23 is more than twice your age. Anyway, carrying on with the story. In a post on, you got it, Reddit, she said, I've been encouraging my mom to date for a while. She's been a single mom for most of my life, and it seemed her only priority was her children. I just met somebody like that. She's like, my daughter's 18 now or 17 or something. I've been raising my daughter. That's so great how women are so great like that. Women just shut it all down, focus on you, raise the child. Maybe that's why I got dumped. My mom deserves My mom deserves love. I'm not laughing about this. I'm laughing about my life. My mom deserves love just like any other person. She's put us first for so long. It's time she puts herself first for once. Well, she met a guy after some encouragement from me, and I was happy for her. But whoa, that was weird. She introduced me to her new boyfriend, and I instantly recognized the guy because we slept together a few times last year. I kept my cool in front of everyone, but internally I was freaking the funk out. She ain't say funk. The woman wants to be honest about the situation to her mom, but has no idea how to approach it. Mom, I know you met this guy. You've been out of the game for 18 years or whatever, 15, we'll say. But I've hooked up with that guy. That's how you do it. The woman wants to be honest, especially after she was told by the man that she would. Wait, hold on a second. The woman wants to be honest about the situation to her mom, but has no idea how to approach it, especially after she was told by the man that she should keep it a secret. Okay. This sounds a bit like when a child is inappropriately handled. I'm trying to be delicate here. And they're like, don't tell nobody because they ain't gonna believe you. She added, I know he knows as well since he came up to me when we had a second alone and asked me not to tell my mom. I don't think I can do that. I want to tell her, but I don't want to hurt my mom. Quote, I really don't want her and him getting super serious or worse, him becoming future stepdad or something. How do I tell her without breaking her heart or her hating me? She's not going to hate you. She's your mom, first off. 1, 2, screw that guy, right? Who cares? You need to cut that off at the pass, man. You need to get rid of that guy. Get him out of your mom's life. Any guy that's 49 years old, any guy that's 50, we're calling him 50. I consider myself 50. I was born 6 months ago, 3 days ago to the year. That doesn't make sense. In 6 months. Anyway, you're not a day old. You know, you're alive before you come out, is my point. I'm already 50. You're a human before day one. Any guy that's 50 years old that'll have sex with a 23, is that what I said? 23-year-old is of questionable moral standards. And that's putting it lightly. Comments on the post encouraged the woman to tell her mom the truth as soon as possible, of course. One person said there's really no way to soften the blow, but you absolutely, there was no emphasis, but that's just how I'm reading it, need to tell your mom the truth and also tell her that he asked you to keep your past encounters a secret. That's absolutely right. Any guy that's 49, 50 years old that will sleep with she slept with him too. Let's not act like she wasn't, down. Where's the dad in this situation? I don't know what their background is. It doesn't matter what their background is. The point is, you should tell your mom. The mom needs to know these things. I feel the mom should know. Yeah, somebody says, tell her before somebody else does. Anyway, good luck with that. Let's get one more story, then we'll get you some real news. Mom fumes as child wants to start vaping after they spot school workers smoking on shift. That's what kids do. They see something, how you think I got into punk rock? I was like, that looks cool. You've got a very individual look. I'm growing a mohawk too, because I want to be different too. My girlfriend screamed at my little sister and made her cry. I may have to leave her. Would you leave your girlfriend? I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I would leave my girlfriend for screaming at my little sister and making her cry. I know I would probably, if I had a little sister, I would love her and want to protect her. But I don't know. I would have to check the girlfriend. I don't know if I'd leave her. Depends on how long we've been together. Depends on what the context of the argument or whatever she was doing. What did the little girl do that was wrong? But it's not her place to chastise. But maybe I wasn't around. Who knows? I don't know the details. And I'm not clicking on that. It's not interesting enough. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. COVID brain. Ghost shouts, "You're a doll bag at Spirit." Okay, I don't stop. Mom slammed for moaning about daughter's school grades after she was in a car accident. My nasty neighbor called the police on me after I sent her a glittery Christmas card. I don't know if this is what I'm about to click on, but I have a feeling that this is what I'm about to click on. And I was thinking about this the other day to send this to somebody that I kind of I'm not happy with. They make these cards where you can, they fill them with like glitter. I think this is what this is. I have a leather chair. I'm sitting on my leg. I'm not farting. That's just what happens sometimes. This is real leather. It's Corinthian. It's like Lincoln Navigator leather, yo. And I got another one over there. What's up? If you open this letter, it puts glitter all over everything. This woman was protest. My nasty neighbor. Okay, if it's your nasty neighbor, why are you sending them a Christmas card anyway? Why are you just trying to, maybe as a gesture of kindness? I mean, that's sometimes you got to take the high road, right? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't care enough. Woman baffled by manicure blunder after nail tech misinterprets a simple design request. Okay. One more page and we got to find something good. My roommate won't stop wearing revealing shorts around the house. It's embarrassing. Oh, God, send her over to me. Let's take a look at this one. A woman has been on the receiving end. One thing I don't like about this website is that they never have they rarely have real images. It's a lot of this Getty image stock stuff that we can't make a comment or an accurate assessment of what's happening. A woman has been on the receiving end of backlash after asking if her roommate would be able to wear less revealing shorts for her yoga, which she does in the apartment. She took to Reddit. Man, I got to get on Reddit for real. She took to Reddit post to explain that she moved in with a friend of a friend a few months ago, and they've been getting on mostly well for two people who live together. However, the 22-year-old has noticed that her roommate likes to do yoga in the apartment's shared space, and her outfit choice has caused a bit of stir in the flat. That's apartment in England, America. She said, quote, "The only problem is she does yoga in the living room. She wears loose clothes and really tiny shorts. They're so small that when she bends, I can see everything." At least I didn't say anything because I had no idea how to start the conversation. Wow. Really? What kind of wax do you use? That's what you should have said. I just looked the other way. But in recent weeks, the author has been working on a new project at school and has had her team over to the apartment so they can work on it together. It's already weird that she still does yoga in the living room when we're working. Then again, I never asked her to stop because it's her house too, she stated. But her exposing herself to all of us made the atmosphere super awkward, and it was really embarrassing for me. However, the roommate was less than impressed when she was asked to wear shorts that were slightly less revealing, especially when guests are over. Okay, so you did ask her. She got really angry and said she would wear what she wants in the apartment. She was like, "Cartman, I'll do what I want. My washing machine is kicked on. super spin cycle upstairs, right above the studio. Literally, if it fell through the floor, it would crush my head. And that's the noise you're hearing right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing that, and I apologize. Many have been quick to jump to the support of the author, with one writing, "I fully stand by you." I fully stand, this is edited poorly. "I fully stand by whatever. You are allowed to wear what you want in your home, up until the point that you start flashing yourself to non-consenting parties." All right, is that a non-consenting party? Because she didn't ask you to come to her house, because that's where she lives. I walk around the house naked here all the time. It's my house. Don't look in my windows if you don't want to see, me naked. While another wrote, "I think it's really strange that she'll happily walk into a room with a bunch of strangers discussing work and get on a downward dog position. She's trying to get some action. She's stupid. She's young. She's probably very attractive. And she's just like, this is what's up. Girlfriend left horrified after discovering sex partner's secret sex doll dungeon. Clicking the bait. There was not going to be another story, but man, that sex doll looks like a dude. I'm sorry. That is not he needs to level up his sex doll game. SiliconeTit.com. Are we even still up on the internet? I don't even know if we are. I don't even know. Before I start telling you guys to go to websites and purchase sex dolls, yeah, our website's not even up anymore. So disregard that web link, guys. Girlfriend left horrified. A worried girlfriend has confessed to an agony aunt. Is that like a website? I've heard it before. Like Dear Abby, maybe. A worried girlfriend has confessed to an agony aunt that she fears her boyfriend is obsessed with his sex dolls after she stumbled across a secret dungeon. Several weeks ago, her boyfriend was ill from food poisoning and rang his girlfriend begging for dry toast and bottles of fizzy lemonade, she explains. She rushed to his side to make sure he was comfortable, and by 2 p.m. he was asleep. She noticed that his keys were on the bedside table, whereas usually he keeps them on the chain on his jeans. Writing to the Daily Star, agony aunt Jane O'Gorman, the anonymous woman, detailed how she slipped out into the hall and let myself into his secret room. She goes on, turning the lock, I felt a brief flicker of guilt, but curiosity got the better of me. I was met by 6 pairs of dead eyes. His dolls were propped up around the room in various stages of undress. I don't know why I'm reading this like this. It makes it sound funny, doesn't it? I played with their hair and stroked them. All were blonde. I'm redheaded and boasted fabulous, shapely figures. I'm a bit flat-chested. On a king-size bed were strewn several sex toys and many tubes of lubrication. I had to steady myself because it was like looking into a nightmarish world of sleaze. Whatever, you were touching the doll's tits and stuff. You just said you were stroking them. What? Why would you? First off, I'm not even reading any more of this. This story probably gets way better, but I just have to stop because we're running out of time. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. So, first of all, what are you doing? Taking his keys and going snooping around his house. Okay? Why would you do that? This is akin to saying, how many partners have you had sex with? And then they're like, give you some crazy number like 50 or something and you lose your mind. You shouldn't have asked, right? I think it was Malcolm X that said, never ask a woman a question that you can't handle the answer to, or you're something to that effect. Don't mind your business. Anyway, well, what are you doing stroking? The woman went on to say that she is struggling to understand what she saw and doesn't know what to think. The fact that none of his girls look anything like me is weird and vaguely insulting. That's the problem right there. Otherwise, she would have been interested in some weirdness. Or sorry, not weirdness, but new experiences, we'll say. Agony Aunt Jane's response was uncompromising. She said several lines were crossed on the day her boyfriend was ill. The room was kept deliberately private from her, but she took the keys and let herself in, touching his belongings, and by doing so found out his preferred doll is a buxom blonde. However, she said it's understandable that a woman does not know where to stand. She asked, has your boyfriend ever explained to you why he needs these other sex aids? Oh, boy. Just stop it. Just stop it, please. Anyway, I don't... oh, boy. That's a tough one. Go away. Let's get some real news and get me out of here. I need to eat. It's already 11 o'clock. School football games in 2 cities rocked by shootings. Oh, well, we must be on the American website now. Americans making $36,000 or more? No, don't care. Donald Trump staffer broke air conditioning unit with Hunter Biden pics. Look. What? Who cares? Nope. 9 everyday problems you can solve with Vaseline. Well, we saw the last story, obviously, was one of the best uses, probably. That guy probably has quite a bit of Vaseline. We're not, no. Okay. Nope, it's all politics. I don't even know how people in America deal with their lives if you watch news. It's just all just politics and finance. That's all they talk about. Guns. Well, it all ties into politics, right? It's all politics. It's like being in an open prison. Politics. I can't even find an interesting story to give you. I'm transgender and started my medical transition when my child was 11 months old. Woman's dramatic reaction to being drenched on deck chair goes viral. Well, they don't know. The films that have the absolute worst endings. I visited Queen Elizabeth Ferry Place. No, okay. All right, guys. I'm really going to just struggle to find you a closing story. So we're going to give you a poll question, and we're going to get you out of here because I'm done with this. Today's not International Coffee Day, is it? How much coffee do you drink? Today's International Coffee Day. How much coffee do you drink? Several cups a day, 1 cup a day, a couple of cups a day. All right. I think it's pretty apparent. Anybody that drinks coffee drinks more than 1 cup of coffee a day. I mean, a cup of coffee is, it's a little thing, right? Couple of cups a day. I've had at least a cup of coffee sat here doing this podcast with you guys, and I'm going to drink another sip just as tribute. These mugs, can we get a sponsorship from Contigo? These tumblers are amazing. I drove all the way did I drive? I was on the train all the way up to Scotland, and that coffee was still hot. Today's International Coffee Day. How much coffee do you drink? Several cups a day? Anyone answering this question drinks coffee. It doesn't say none as an option. A couple of cups a day, a couple of cups a week, that says. I wish I could get away with a couple cups. This is the first cup of coffee I've had in over a week because of COVID. Did I say it again? I'm going to say several cups a day. It's pretty average, or even, rather. 5,134, 38 votes. 46% of us said several cups a day. 33 said one. 21 said a couple cups a week. You guys are just psycho. Those are the people that have coffee after dinner and whatever. How do you take your coffee? Black with cream and sugar, just milk? Who gives a shit? All right. Thanks for listening. I'm going to go. I'm going to let you get back to your life instead of sitting here with me in my life. Because I've got stuff to do, and so do you. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to do the stuff I asked you to do earlier. Rate, review, subscribe, follow, send a friend to us if you want to talk news or have them listen to something different. We want to give you something different. To the Supreme Court could overturn gun control brought in after Vegas shooting. We want to give you something different. To Spain excludes top players from game versus USWNT amid ugly dispute with a coach. We want to give you something different. So please like it so that the algorithm hits it, and then we can start making sure that more people can get it. Who News? Vaughn Joseph Show. I'm gone. Thanks to Chris Pritham for the beat. Follow him at Chris Pritham. Like rhythm with a P, yo.
These ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Steele, documentary filmmaker.
I need more. Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.